an inch, right?
Yeah.
Being courtesy, polite across the board, being honest, but also not playing afraid, and that's what we're looking here in the world stage. Urshifu banned, Dragonite banned.
Interesting. And going over to Mimikyu for the final ban here. So we got all-rounders. Oops, all-rounders for our ban, as Talon is going to get their first pick here, and they lock in the Koopa right away. Heading over to G for the next two, and we're going to see a couple power picks here. I would not be surprised if we see the Umbreon, and we do. Slash on the Umbreon, and we've got a Blaziken.
That is a great pair of Pokemon for G. They're going into the comfort spots that, and you just mentioned Slash, maybe one of the best Umbreons moving in the game right now. Quickly going in though, Lance locking in Gyarados.
Yeah, I love this. I love this choice. I'm so happy to be seeing it at Worlds. An amazing tank here in Trevenant. I feel like if you don't get your Slowbro or you don't get your Umbreon, you might even have a better shot with the tree. As we have another Eevee being locked in, we've got Sylveon and Blissey on the side of G. It's a lot of support. It feels like we don't have much damage at all from range. We're going to have to see if they want to shore that up as the draft goes on. Metagross being locked in, and then possibly Espeon.
Listen, these evolutions, even when they're not not top, they're still great, which is why we saw a lot of Espeon already today. Last pick Cramorant feels ridiculous considering we opened the day with some first two pick Cramorant action. So I think G got a lot of boxes checked for them in terms of comfort. And I think if they are going to deliver on a 2-0 run against this Talon squad, they've put themselves in a great place.
That's an interesting composition here from G. I mean, I like it. They really don't do much at range, but to be fair, Talon doesn't do that much at range either. They've just got the Espeon. There are going to be a lot of brawls. The nice thing about Cram is it's really hard to kind of lock down in any way. Obviously, if they can catch it with Trevenant, that could change things. Cram's going to be tricky, and then you've got Sylveon down here with the build we're looking at. Game number one, every game here going to be win or go home for these squads as we head into it. Talon, your purple team. G, your orange team here for game one.
And we have a central Metagross. Sometimes we actually see that in the top path, but now that there's a Magikarp here, it's getting a lot of pressure put on them because the Hoopa's on the invade.
And look at this here. I mean, of course, put the pressure on this Magikarp. What is it going to do in this situation? It's fighting three in the top path right now. Hoopa trying to steal something away. We're going to have to see if they're able to make something happen because of this, or if they actually just gave up too much. Every single piece of farm heading over to the side of G in this top path.
Yeah, it's all about this Hoopa. Can they get their money's worth? It looks like we already have portals down, so KYY is ready to harass a little more.
Yeah, I mean, they're ready to harass a little bit, but we've got a Combuskin top. The Metagross is here. Now Black is in a lot of trouble getting caught right there, needing the eject button to get out.
Beautiful Hurricane to give almost an opportunity for them. Eggnoob makes it back. KO streak of 2 from Black, turning a horrible situation into one of great benefit for G.
Yeah, that was really nice from the side of G, and I got to give a little credit to Black there on that play. The eject was beautiful, and having the heads up to know, hey, I need to walk out of this Hoopa situation here really quick because they're actually going to continue to dive on me. I need to make it back to the goal zone. Really great play there by G.
Lance barely making it through that portal as the Magikarp still on a Magikarp. They definitely want to go into Gary mode here soon, but they're not given a lot of time to breathe by G.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do to Gyarados, right? You want to starve it for as long as you possibly can. I mean, you look to the other side, we almost have a Blaziken on the other side, and we've still got a level 4 Magikarp. This fight's kicking off here. A lot of the experience heading over to the side of Talon. Eggnoob a little bit caught right here. They're looking to pick up the KO, and we're going to see if they're able to get it. Yes, they do.
Sync able to finally close the door on Eggnoob, but hopefully that didn't put him in a bad position. They're trying to do the work here. Tons of damage. They get another one with KYY's support. Sync still going after, trying to synchronize with the rest of the squad. Enough for 2 good KOs, but at what cost? Dylan goes down, Lance flops in, they're looking for one. Can they at least get Slash? Can they at least leave with something? And they do.
Yeah, nice little pickup from the Gyarados right there, but also a great job retreating by G. They let their lowest level Pokemon go down, their defender, and they get their higher level carries out of a bad situation. Gyarados heading back up to the top path. Lance now taking all of this experience. As we have Eggnoob just watching this situation right here. Not a ton they can do. Waiting waiting to try to stop some of these scores here, as we have G kind of mobilized in this bottom path, ready to take a bottom Reggie here. Obviously with Blaziken, they can rip it, they can secure it, they can do just about everything.
Another KO streak of 2 for Black CH in the top path here, but it looks like Talon wants to fight over this Registeel. Slash and OG left by their Lonesome. We've got an overheat opportunity to charge up. Is it enough to secure? No, it's just a little shy, and that allows a nice secure KO, and now Talon's getting on this goal zone. Slash reposition, put off the pad, and they are buckled. Talon scoring.
Gotta love the patience there from Talon. You know, they saw the overheat charging. They recognized it just wasn't enough to take it down. They didn't do any extra damage to that bot Reggie. And then at the same time, now they're able to score in the bottom path. This match is evening itself up quite a bit here.
Yeah, Zealot able to get topped off quickly by Egnoob. Uses their Unite move, but they're going to go for a chase down. They want that Espeon. They want their EV counterpart, who makes it barely through the portal. Metagross engage, pops their Unite move. Setting up the Coliseum, turning into a mausoleum. We're putting them down, says Talon. Sync 1 looking for more. They're all over Slash, who pops a Wish just to top themselves off. Portal is down. Nice Horn Leech reposition, and that's another KO for this Espeon.
Beautiful stuff there from Talon. Obviously, they spent a lot of Unite moves to make that happen, and it was not on the other side of G. But at the same time, what a huge fight for them, picking up another KO in this top path. We've got the Eggs trying to stop these scores from happening, as the rest of G is now finally making their way to fight here. And I just noticed we've got ourselves a Surf Cramorant.
Whatever it takes, and Black is making it happen here. Actually, you know, the Whirlwind, the Hurricane kicks up. Bliss is this long range is safe from the Gyarados. They still engage, and they still get the KO. Now Slash is peeling back. We are using the Cram Unite right in the middle. Black is all over them, and we're going for the stun. Scoopa is Rings Unbound on top. Sync steps up right into OG's face. Trev Unite, great follow-up. Slash Can's on the retreat, but Slash Can gets gutted before they can go anywhere.
Wow, beautiful stuff here from Talon. It looks like they're just playing these fights flawlessly. I think, unfortunately, that score was a little bit of a disaster, only a 1 over dunk right there. But at the same time, they were able to take a huge fight. In fact, they just seem to be taking all of these fights. Hey, you know what? Maybe take their experience while they're at it.
That is an amazing Wood Hammer Horn Leech reposition, and of course, the fact that the Espeon was there to help them close the door on it is just amazing.
Look at this Reg Ice down here on the bottom path. We're going to see if they can get a better secure on their hands than they did last time. Here comes the charge up, possibly. No, they don't even need it. It's the Surf Hurricane Cramorant.
Shout out to Surf Hurricane Cram. We were saying how much we've been seeing Hurricane dive, but Hurricane Surf is kind of the one that you, in your mind intuitively, if you were to pick up Cramorant for the first time, would go together, and it's working well, at least for Black in this moment.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, they're playing it as more of that mage, right? That long-range special attacker doing crazy damage with multiple instances of knockups and stuns to deal with their opponents. We're going to have to see if it's able to work out here. One thing for sure, you've got a lot of dive on the side of Talon. This is a Zen headbutt on this Metagross here. So they really want to be in the face of Talon. They want to in the face of G. They want to commit to these fights, and they have been. I mean, look at the levels here. Already a level 13.
A lot of great tools in the G toolbox, though. You mentioned the Metagross. Well, we have a great counter in that shield-stealing Umbreon. If they get a well-timed Unite move, we're going Rings Unbound, and they are actually grabbing their own portal through. Sync steps through, and the rest of G is crash landing on top of them. Sync goes down very quickly, but it was a bait and switch just to draw everybody down so they could score a ton of points up top.
Wow, bravo, the prestige. Incredible stuff right there. You know, you thought it was coming from one direction, but no, Talon made a really sneaky, strong play. Yes, they were able to pick up the KO on the Metagross, but now they're up 276 to 200, putting them in a power position heading into Rayquaza, as if they weren't already, given how well these fights are going. And no way, Hoopa breaking ankles out here.
Zealot thought they had KYY for free, and they just dipskerdooed. The Dupe Snacks dipskerdoo, I coined that.
Yeah, you coined that? That's trademark. You know what? I'll trademark it. I'll keep that. As we have two objectives here, we have top and bottom right at about the same time. We have G ready here in the top path, and we have Talon ready in the bottom path. Talon's already up on score, so they don't really need this Regieleki. Of course, they would like G to not have it, and they are mobilizing for it right now, leaving the bottom objective.
Maybe trying to take an early Ray fight, right before the 2-minute mark. You kind of know where everybody is. Kane just steps up, tries to use that little Dragon Breath to sort that out. Can't quite do it. Now we have 20 seconds till Ray, 20-ish seconds still, right? 276 to 200. This scoreline is pretty close when it comes to Unite when the scores are double under 2.
Yeah, it's insanely close. One player can peel off and fix this score situation right away. They don't really have a speedster to make it happen, and their Cramorant is not a very mobile Cramorant, but they're still not in a bad position as they're moving in, trying to fight a little bit, trying to mess with this Gary here, as Gyarados is going to have to run away from this, reset through the Hooper portal. We can see if we get some better positioning here from G. Again, this is a must-win situation for G right now. They have to win this game against Talon. They have to win 2-0, or they are not able to move forward in this tournament. This Rayquaza fight could essentially be their last Rayquaza fight of this tournament.
Gyarados stepping on the backside. We've got the Blaziken going for surround. Slash Can gets buckled. They have to pop their Unite move. Nobody goes through the portal because of the Hurricane Spin. So RBX is just low on the backside. Looking for a target. Sync goes in straight on Zealot. Zealot gets topped off quickly by an Egg Bomb as well. Zealot is back to full HP. Rings are unbound. We need the stuns. Quick little reset by the Metagross. They're going to have to roar back through. Lance pounces in. Bliss assistance to save Zealot. But let's go look up top. Nice stun on OG. OG tries to find Espeon Unite. They get the catch. OG so low. And they get out on the Cram Unite coverage. Zealot goes down to the backside, but there's 4 players eviscerated for Talon. The Talons are truly out, but it's G burying them in their back. Now they need to take this Rayquaza. They're down by 75 points. This Ray makes the difference. RBX, the captain for the squad, going to Spoil Sport. Woodhammer comes in, Horn Leech there. Sync goes in, engage. Hits on the engage. Whoa! Metagross takes it. What a legendary play by Sync.
Insane stuff right there. They set up the Cram Surf Hurricane, but they did not have the overheat charging yet. They were stunned multiple times. They didn't have the secure ready, and now it looks like Talon is going to be able to score. Stopping one score right here. Trevenant walking down. Metagross actually possibly going down right here, which could be huge for the side of G. They're not that far behind. They need to make a play right here as we have multiple Pokemon coming down to this tier 2. They're fighting for it. Sylveon goes down. Someone needs to stop a score. Hoopa scoring top, only 15 seconds left. No one from G can get across the map right now. 354 to 200, and G is going to be knocked out of this tournament.
What an absolute disaster. 4 players down for Talon. G had them on the ropes. RBX, the team captain, says, nah, I got it all on me, dog. Comes through, pops the Trevenant, and really take advantage of the spot on the stage that they've got.
That's right. Let's show them what we can do here. G is an incredible team. Again, former world champ, 2-time world champ on their squad. That final moment in that fight, I mean, I think it is one of those moments that's going to keep you up at night. They went for the secure before Blaziken was ready, and unfortunately, that was it. Blaziken just didn't have the chance to charge the overheat. Things could have gone very differently, but it's hard. It all comes down to seconds. It all comes down to just a moment there for G, and they were not able to finish the fight.
I'm really impressed by how G responded to certain situations, and you have to give credit to Talon, though. They played a unique strategy and employed it incredibly well. We had a Magikarp alone 3v1 top path so the Hoopa could go on the quick invade and get the portals. And now the bans have come through, of course, but we'll see how G can bounce back. They're looking to lock in a first pick Charizard. I'm a big fan of that one.
Yeah, I think it's a really good first pick for them. And I think this is one of those games where you're going to want to play your heart out, right?
Without a doubt.
I think you just want to play the things that you decided you were going to come here and play, but then also you want to play what you're going to have the most fun playing here. Like you said a moment ago, you want to put on a show for them.
Yeah, I mean, when you make it this far, when you make it to Worlds, these teams are all phenomenal teams.
Yes.
And it makes it difficult. That's why we've got surprises. That's why we've got upsets. That's why nothing is predictable. And now for G, although their ending is pre-predicted, how they can control that narrative for the next 2 games, I think is going to say a lot to me about what this team has in them.
Absolutely. I got to say, the Metagross we saw earlier out of Nouns, it was a meh to gross. This one has looked incredible.
Brother, it was
Well, you saw what I did there?
Yeah.
Snuck it in.
No, you didn't sneak it in. We all caught it. It was really good.
It was really, really good. This Metagross looked incredible, and I love the aggression on it. I think Zen Headbutt is a dangerous move. but if you're in a competitive environment, you know when your team is setting up plays, you know when you're moving in, you get that extra damage reduction on the Plus version. I think it could set up huge moments, and you saw it. I mean, G was having such a hard time dealing with it. And look at this, we got the Meowscarada on the side of G. I didn't know if we'd get to see any Meowscarada here today. Zarina on the side of Talon. This is going to be a fun game.
It absolutely is. We got Dylan, maybe Seed and Toon have a phenomenal Inteleon game earlier. Says anything you can do, I can do better. Cue that that's what I want for this match. Great setups between these two teams. I love the Zarina pick. I love this Meowscarada. Zealot, time for you to go to work. Again, just because you're out doesn't mean your show is not done. You've still got 20 minutes to show what you can do. Yeah,
and it'll be exciting to see it. I love Meowscarada. I'm sad that it didn't really get its time in the sun in competitive play. I think it had a few moments here or there, but a lot of teams were just moving past it pretty fast. It ended up getting some cool buffs, then it got a little bit of a nerf, and I think it was just completely lost in the shuffle. Metagross, on the other hand, I feel like, but we are going to be moving forward here to game number 2. We've got G, your purple team. Talon, your orange team. Yes, the Charizard is here. The Meowscarada is here. The Zarina is here.
KYY quickly helping Sync again, who clearly loves this Metagross. His RBX is up top. We're going to see what kind of pressure we can put on Dylan early. Now, Sobble, great secure in the early stages of the game, but they're putting a lot of pressure out of the game.
Yeah, moving forward right here. See if they can pick up a quick KO. The Hyper Boys coming in, and they do take down Zarina early, and that's great. If Zarina's able to get online fast, get that level 6 quick, they're in a lot of trouble. If they can slow it down, though, things might go pretty well for a nice big secure from Zealot on the Meowscarada right there, barely making sure that that blue buff goes over to the side of G.
KYY is finding their way to doing a ton of damage, aren't they? Like quick little astonishes, moving through. Great pressure across the map, but also on players when they do try to react to them. A tip of the cap to KYY. They are really enabling a lot of this strategy out of Talon.
Now we have the Steenie in this top path here. 8 minutes, 50 seconds. Our birds are dropping here. We have the big-time Hyper Voice, and everything just gets taken very fast.
Look, at 4 players up, they're taking a look. Are they going to pivot to the middle? They're going to go for it. Nice Astonish stun, catching 2, but nobody on Talon willing to follow up right now.
Yeah. Pushing back here, we have the Inteleon making their way down to the bottom path. We still do not have the Meowscarada. We still do not have the Charizard. They're still looking to evolve. Same thing with the Inteleon. We've got some Pokemon that are looking to scale here, Dupe Snacks.
Yeah, but they're keeping it close, which is important, right? If you're scaling, it's less about not losing. It's more about making sure we're not losing by so much that we can't recover from it. Portal is down if they make it through. RBX going down is crucial for the mental of G right now. Yes. They needed to get that KO.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good here at the start of game number 2. We've got the Scald Bro coming out from Slash. So Slowbro, I feel like any version of Slowbro that you get is looking pretty good here. Up in this fight, we have Metagross looking to see if they can take anything. There's the Flower Trick picking up the KO.
Yeah, and a Charizard evolved, so now it kind of feels like G's online. G's starting to hum a little bit, getting some points in, gonna take the lead here.
Yeah, G's actually looking great in this game. To be fair, they have some monstrous Pokemon on their side. They were able to get a Slowbro and a Charizard, another nice big KO. There is that Flower Trick picking up a nice one on Zarina, as they're gonna have to decide how they wanna play this. They're leaving Char in this top path, as we have multiple Pokemon from G making their way down to the bottom path here. Talon just getting as much experience as they can. That Zarina is now level 6, so it's going to be a force.
RBX stepping up, going to try and put a little pressure on Slash Gang so the secure can happen behind them. RBX now having to run away as the pressure from G kind of continues. Great job by Slash using that Scald to kind of counter-engage Talon.
Yeah, and now we see Talon moving in for this fight. Inteleon's coming down. We have the Metagross now. Regice is being hit, but they're moving fast.
Nice little pop-up. Slash goes down, but did they buy enough time? We're getting to the backside. Zealot goes in. They're looking for an opportunity. They secure. The portal's down. Is anybody going to take it back? RBX is, but now the Charizard's dropping down from the top path, looking to deal some damage. They eye up this Metagross, take them to the skies, body slam them down, and burninate the countryside. Metagross Unite pop the other way. The Coliseum is up, and nobody's trapped in it, which means the portal doesn't catch anyone, and the rest of Talon has to just scramble away.
Yeah, Talon peels back right there, and Trogdor's only able to take down one, but it is online right now. That Charizard is going to show up to every fight with a Unite. You can't stop it, and it's going to do some serious work. It feels like G is playing a composition that, boy, they would have liked here in game number 1.
Yeah, it just feels like they're reacting better to what Talon is doing. They're just a little bit more reactionary, but in a very confident manner. Like, we're adjusting to what you're doing well, but we're not giving up any equity across the map.
And here we go. Regieleki is being ripped apart by G. We have the Zarina up here looking for a possible secure, charging up that Queenly Majesty and taking one up into the sky. See if they get the KO on Eldegoss, and they do. Hoopa secures it.
Nice little, we're just sliding all over the place with the Zarina able to chase that down. However, that's not necessarily a prime target. Double Stomps comes through there a bit early. Ooh. Secured off the Fire Blast from OG.
Beautiful stuff there from Charizard. We have 2 resetting in this portal, and they are coming back. The Hyper Voice does a lot of damage right here. Charizard does have a Unite move. They can run back in to see if they want to fight here, as this Regieleki is pushing now towards this tier 2.
And I think OG and company are just playing with no holds bars aggression right now. They want this Regieleki to go in. They want to make a statement here in game 2. We're popping a Unite move. RBX landing on top of a couple. Slash takes down the Metagross quickly. Hyper Voice is right there, railing in a ton of damage as 2 players down for Talon and make it 3. This defense is looking real tough for the orange team as they are getting smothered and covered by G. Regieleki on the doorstep. It's almost going to hit KO Shrieker 3 for Black. This rage is on. Another Unite move all the way to the Charizard. Traps them and KOs them. Is that the defensive stand that was just materialized out of who else but Sync 1?
Yeah, Sync on that Metagross is just incredible. The second they land from that jump pad, and you just saw we ticked over to 5 minutes, like perfect for them. They land on the jump pad, they hit that gyro ball on multiple Pokemon, giving them a massive shield, and they're able to push them off that goal zone. Great play by Talon.
All right, we're rings unbound, so we can look for some stuns here. Eggnoob trying to position around. Registeel's getting pretty low. This is a mark what they get, and he gets it. Eggnoob stepping up. I believe that was like on a cotton spore pop that secured that for them. Eggnoob gonna have to peel back tons of HP, but you earned your rest, kid. We're going through the portal. Sync 1 still going for the aggression. Charizard Unite right on top of them, and we are trying to melt this steel. Metagross can't make it back to pad. They're down off the Hyper Voice. Black CH doing a great job in the mid-range, and now they're just peppering in another scream at this opposing side, making their eardrums bleed out as they're looking for an opportunity to score. Inteleon Unite is out, Black CH is getting chased out, but Lance not really finding any targets for those stomps. RBX resets, and these teams hate each other apparently.
Yeah, I mean, they're going at it pretty intensely, right? I noticed a couple amazing scalds there from Slash. Every time they're able to scald that Zarina, boy, they're really taking some damage out of those stomps. We see, obviously, the Meowscarada gets caught right there by none other than Sync. This player is just a monster on the meta.
Now we have just another a huge approach on OG. It's like a 1v1 battle between these 2 Pokemon. They can't leave each other alone. Serena steps up to cut off the rest of G from attacking Talon. Talon quickly working on Regieleki. We've got 3-ish minutes left in the game.
Nice big reset there on 3 for the side of Talon. I mean, their Hoopa play has just been incredible on KYY. Looking for the secure on this ready. Somehow G just gets every single objective that's contested.
Yeah, and somehow they're only up by 40 points, so we'll see how they can leverage this. We're under 3 minutes, moving towards Rayquaza time. RBX doing a great job defending that goal zone from Zealot. Nice little flower trick on top. It pops, gets a couple wild Pokemon, no worries. Rest of G is here. KYY and RBX having tons of pressure put on them. KYY gonna have to nab their own portal. Scald puts them down. A little bit of hot water for you, kid.
Yeah, and here we go. We see them moving into this central area here, trying to take as much of this as they can, and they do steal away that blue buff. 30 seconds now until Rayquaza. G is up. They're looking good, and they're ready to win this thing as they're trying to take this bottom objective. Here comes Regirock, and it's just being torn apart by the squad. The flower trick for the secure, and no, it's Charizard that gets it.
And now all of a sudden Slash is there. They've just been hiding out, right, holding up this T1 goal zones, but they might just realize that he's alone. Are they going to pivot? No. 5 seconds left till Ray.
Here we go, Rayquaza, they're getting ready for it. G could start taking this at any time they want. They could get aggressive, get in the face of Talon right here. They are ahead. Talon is the team that needs to make a play in this moment. Slash getting the team vision, setting up an opportunity to possibly grab someone on the team. We see Zarina looking to see if they can find possibly this Meowscarada as the Metagross moves in.
Oh, nice snipe shot from long range. Picks him up, puts him down right on top of the pad, but nobody. Yes, the Metagross did make it through for the reset. Rings are unbound. We're going for the stuns. Inteleon Unite is popping. top. We're looking for a backline action. Egg Noob gets put the pressure on. They take to the skies for the Cotton Cloud Crash. Who are they going to pick up here? They need to pick up somebody. First player down is OG. We're looking for another one. Slash Can engagement goes in. This Metagross is all over him, Spraggles. Black CH trying to hyper voice away from this arena, where they're getting stomped on because they've got their work boots on. Slash still standing, unsurprising. Black CH forced to peel. Where's the rest of Talon? They're coming off respawn and they want more. They're getting into the action. They finally buckle Slash and they can take a deep breath.
And here we go. You can now take a deep breath, my friend, as Rayquaza is being chipped up here by Talon, looking to end this game right now. We have Charizard moving in to possibly try to stop them. A reset is happening here. And actually, it looks like G is not going to move forward. G is still ahead on the scoreboard.
They missed so many opportunities, but Talon needs this now. They're all there, and it's a true fight. It's a flip, and it's taken by OG. They say we're playing for pride, baby. We're pounding our chest through this one. Those ray shields are going to do work. We got to just get a couple points in to really solidify this thing. 35 seconds, and they can breathe a sigh of relief and saying, we're not leaving here without a Game 3 on stage, baby.
Beautiful stuff there from G. A wild fight around Rayquaza, somehow secured by Charizard, who has no secured tool at all. So it's just the flames, the burn damage, the fire blast, the something was able to get it there. It's so wild that game 1, they had 4 down with a Blaziken and they don't get it. Game 2, a Charizard secures it in the face of the entire team.
Well, that's been the story of the whole game, Spraggles. It's just been G secures off the Eldegoss, OG secures as the Charizard. It rhymes.
It rhymed.
And I've been workshopping that for about 3 weeks now.
Ooh, that's great.
And I'm glad I
was wondering what you were doing all the time.
Thinking, which is so difficult for me.
It's hard.
It's so
not easy. As we see the bans here, Urshifu getting banned early, Charizard getting banned early. Not surprising that Char was very difficult to deal with. Even though it only picked up a couple KOs, it was just such a massive, massive thorn in the side of their opponents there. Dragonite, once again, being banned out here, and Gyarados.
I kind of want to know what the story is on this Dragonite.
Me too. It must be something G's been running.
Yeah, which... you know, to Talon's point, they said, you know, we're not afraid of anybody. We'll beat them like we beat in Scrims in that on-stage interview there. So maybe that's the key to success. If they don't have Dragonite, we feel great about our chances. And in this moment here, again, G is trying to cement themselves as, hey, we might not be going to day 2, but we certainly deserve our spot in the limelight for qualifying for Worlds. Talon, on the other hand, snuff all that energy out.
Yeah.
I don't know what that power of friendship stuff was, but we're going to send you packing. We're a good squad, and we're going to prove it.
Yeah, and I'm not positive here. I still have production looking into it, but it's possible that if Talon doesn't beat G here, they don't qualify. So while they've already stopped G's chances, G could actually switch something up for them. We're still looking into it, so
somebody let us know.
Not. But
somebody
it sounds like it's very possible that that's what's going on.
There's 2 options here. One is that they don't tell us. And then the correct option, option number 2, is that just tell us.
Someone tells us.
Just tell us that information.
They're crunching the numbers back there. It's
Which
not easy.
we know is it's a month-to-month endeavor.
It's
crunching
not
those
easy.
types of numbers.
If Talon,
incredibly difficult. There's an entire draft that we
if
missed,
Talon
by the way.
wins, they're in. It's a 3-way tiebreaker if they lose. So they want this here. Now, obviously, we're seeing the Metagross again. We're seeing that Espeon. Trevenant, which is amazing. On the other side, we've actually got the Buzzwole.
We missed the entire draft. We are the worst, dude.
We're not the worst.
We're like,
there's got to be someone worse.
The ass, please. And if you're out
There's
there,
gotta
don't
be.
change because we can't handle being the worst.
We've got Gardevoir here as
I
well.
love it. You know, that's a black shout out to,
Yes.
to the AOS Cup, and I love that.
I love that pick. I think Gardevoir is underrated, but you've got to slot it into the right team composition, right? And then we've got Buzzwole, which we actually saw earlier out of Nouns. And if I remember right, that was the game they dropped. Buzzwole has completely fallen off the competitive scene after its nerfs that it very much deserved, and I'm interested to see if they're able to make something happen with it here. It still has an insane trajectory in probably the first 8 minutes of a game.
Exactly.
It just loses out in those final moments for these crazy resets.
Yeah, the difference with Buzzwole then and now is now going into those last 2 minutes, it needs to be an extra level or 2 ahead of where it was historically to kind of match that balance, to have the same level of impact in those final 2.
And now we're taking a look here at our 2 teams. A lot on the line here for Talon. They do not want to head to a tiebreaker. You want to secure the knockout punch. Don't leave it up to the judges. You want to make sure that you win this game and you move forward. G, on the other hand, is not moving on to day 2, but they've got a lot to prove here. They looked amazing in game 2, and let's see how this shakes out.
Well, I'll do the Talon is your purple team.
Beautiful.
G is your orange team.
You're doing great.
Game 3 underway, you and me.
You're trying.
Whee!
You're trying, and I think you're doing great, my friend. Here we are. We have Buzzwole in this top path. We have the Mimikyu here as well, possibly looking to see if they're able to steal a little bit of something, and they do. That heads over to the side of G. OG actually able to get that secured. Moving in pretty deep right here, in some trouble, getting the focus band, and now they're going to keep the aggression on. They're going to push forward towards this tier 1.
Listen, Zealot's showing up just in time to make sure OG doesn't get dusted there, because Lance at Mimikyu was ready to pounce. And KYY has just been a menace these last 2 games we've watched. So unsurprising, we saw a nice clean Astonish and a go for the gold type KO on OG.
Yeah, this Hoopa play has just been incredible here. I mean, I feel like the standout star is, of course, that Metagross. What is happening, by the way? Trevenant is all the way back by the tier 2. I don't know exactly what was going on right there, but they were chasing someone down, and they were able to pick up the KOs. We head back up here to the top path. Buzzwole is now 5, so they have that huge superpower combo.
OG getting straight stepping on the landmine, however, to pick up and put down Sync, who catches a nice reset. Egg Noob goes down. That's tough. That is tough. Dylan looking to move forward. This Espeon was great game 1. They want to use it game 2. So trying to siege the goal zone. Can't open. They're literally carving up an opening for Lance to get in there. They couldn't find one, and I like their move of just peeling back.
Look at Espeon right here, just being super aggressive. They don't have level 5 yet on Mimikyu, but it's right there. That's when they're going to hit their next power spike. Not able to grab KYY. They are actually able to barely get out of that.
Notice the Astonish to kind of get through that engagement by Slash on the side of G, using that moment where they leave frame to dodge it. Great play. KYY is dialed in.
Yeah, they are. Lance in a little bit of trouble right here, being picked up and put down. But here comes Sync once again, looking for a KO, and they get it. They take down Egg Noob as we have multiple members of G now peeling back towards their side, looking to grab some experience here. Level 7 on that Buzzwole is going to give them the next chance for their next move. Gardevoir almost on the battlefield, level 7 for the side of G.
If they can get Black online, and if Black can deliver a game like the one we watched in the finals of the final stretch, they're going to take over this game.
Here we go. We see Slash up in this top path, seeing how much of this they can take. We have a Play Rough Mimikyu. Wasn't sure which version we were going to see, whether we were going to have the Play Rough or the Shadow Claw, both extremely powerful. And now they've got the Play Rough. A ton of damage, single target, and a ton of invulnerability for the Mimikyu.
Which is crucial here. OG getting spaced out very well by who else but KYY, who really seems to be the facilitator for this squad, opening up opportunities. Here's Black, level 8. They are Gardevoir, no Unite yet, but they can put a ton of damage in. OG gets put down by Sync 1. Lance is playing very far forward. Black cannot let themselves get caught here. KYY might want to put a portal down for the squad as they actually dodge getting knocked out by scoring, and now they're going through, and 3 members are saved instantly. Sync 1 still scrapping. Egg Noob is just, poor Egg Noob, getting the break speed off of him. I mean, that Cotton Ball's got no fluff left for sure. Zealot uses their Unite move, but it's not enough to sustain. Sync 1 in tandem with Dylan after popping their Unite move. They go through, they come right back for more action. Picked up, put down. OG, this is your time. No, snuffed out. Black CH just can't get it done in the mix, and they go down, and Lance at least prevented from resetting here.
Yeah, Lance can't reset. They might be able to pick up a KO right here, and it looks like they do. Heading up to see if they can do anything about this Regieleki. They're running it for it, and they do get the secure there. G now pushing forward. Metagross in some trouble, having to unite to stay in the fight, but goes down anyway.
Traps 2, KYY is there trying to get into that little bowl that was built up by the Metagross to try and get some knockouts. They can't. Dylan steps up. Nice little Horn Leech by RBX. We're going to try to Woodhammer reposition, but OG actually repositions them backside. Nobody catching that portal, which might spell doom for Talon as they're still trying to scrap. They finally get 2 down. Black CH peeling back. Lance is alive. Give him 3. And Regieleki on the doorstep being dealt with.
Yeah, Mimikyu there, absolutely dominating. They did everything they can to take down that Metagross, which they need to. It's been really difficult for them. Meta goes down, but Mimikyu cleans it all up. A nice little score there for the side of G. The scoreline pretty even. No one ready to fight here at this bottom Regi, but it could happen very soon. We're getting the almost level 9 there for the Buzzwole, just on the cusp of it, and we'll have a big-time Unite move for them.
Yeah, couple Unites. Definitely Unite advantage sitting in the hands of G right now. It's 3-3, make it 4 now for G. So they can definitely pressure. If they can take this Reg Ice without expending too many, they can really siege a goal zone. But we are rings unbound, putting Sync 1, who else, right in the mix. RBX is on the chase. They try to poach Slash Cam back towards the rest of the team. Here comes Lance looking for a target. We're getting stunned down, and the pressure is on as that Reg Ice was taken. And now we're just moving through. Trevi Knight pops up 3, Sync 1 in the mix. Fairy Singularity trying to catch people out. Sync 1 does go down. OG is on the chopping block. They're buckled. We're right on the portal. No way. RBX and Lance both make it through. Now they're trying to move back forward. 3 players down, but there's not enough in the tank for KYY to stop this. And that goal zone siege might start. All those Unites are gone, but OG still has theirs. But where are they? They're in the top path. They're doing it the hard way.
Here we go. They're continuing this push right here. Metagross in a lot of trouble, trying to unite, not able to make it happen as they continue running towards the tier 2. Looks like they're going to have to peel back here. There's really not much they can do with those jump pads. They're just going to keep landing on their heads, getting massive shields, and they do peel away from this goal. 119, 126. We've got a goal zone up in the top path for Talon. We've got a goal zone up, tier 1, in the bottom path for G. Incredibly close game right now at the 4-minute mark. It feels like G is coming online a little bit after kind of being handled by Talon pretty well for a few of these fights.
That's a nice little snag there. Mimikyu Unite sit on top of RBX and company. They're trying to sort it out, and Mimikyu Lance goes down instantly. We're Phantom forcing back through our own portal, and RBX catches it too. Regieleki is on the map, and look at this. G moving as a 5-person unit. RBX comes in, Woodhammer reposition. We pop the Espeon Unite to stun them down, and it's taken by Dylan. And now all of a sudden G's getting stunned because of the rings undown Fists of Fury that are getting popped on top of their head. Slash Can's getting chased down, and Dylan wants more. They are trying to get their EV counterpart down. They can't. Meanwhile, who else but Sync 1 give them credit for 2? We're crash landing on top. OG's there to cut them off, and RBX gets to walk away.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from RBX. He was able to score even without the Regieleki. Dylan now moving down to the bottom path for another 40, possibly another 31. I like the aggression on the side of G, especially with this Gardevoir and its Unite move. They have not hit a crucial one yet. They've caught 1, maybe 2 Pokemon in it a little bit. You want to try to hit some team-wide Unites, and obviously Talon knows this. They're positioning themselves very well. They've got this really nice back line, then sort of this middle area where Hoopa is seeing who needs to be topped off, and then they've got these divers. You know, we've got Metagross and Mimikyu just really going at it.
I would probably, at this point, if I'm Black, I would exchange my Unite to take out Lance before they can even get in the mix, right?
Yeah.
Then you can just focus down the Metagross and try and deal with Dylan and that Espeon Unite. I mean, we've seen how good a 1-for-1 Fairy Singularity can be, but it needs to be on the correct target.
And it looks like, I mean, if they could get Mimikyu, even if Mimikyu unites, you could throw it right there. You know, you've got a ton of damage that's going to come out right afterwards with your Psyshock. We'll see if they can make something happen here as this Rayquaza is getting ready to hit the map. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. We have the Trevenant looking for the push, right? Looking for that pull. When you use Woodhammer, you can throw it in such a way where you're kind of pulling them the direction you want them to go. That's what they're looking for in that moment, as they have great positioning here at Ray. They're ahead on the scoreboard, and they know it, and G is going to have to make the play.
KYY just being a menace. Sync 1 seeing where Slash Can is. Slash Can is not taking the bait. Let's take a deep breath. We've got a fight coming.
Yeah, we've got a fight coming here, and we're going to have to see how G wants to play it. Obviously, Talon is in a pretty safe position right here, and they can just kind of keep poking at them until they get something to happen. Slash is continuing to heal himself. They also can sort of play this for a little while. Starting Ray, hitting it a little bit right here, and we're going to see how they want to play this. Trevenant looking to make it happen.
Horn Leech forward. The portal's down, but nobody's taking it because we're fighting now. Slash Can has to pop their Unite immediately. Rings run bound. We're going for the stun. Slash peeling up, separated from the rest of the team. G has lost 2 players. Cotton Cloud crash, but Eggnoob's going to save nobody. They're actually going to float to their own demise. RBX bubbles them out. They don't even matter anymore. We're pivoting downstairs, and it's just Zealot that gets absolutely blendered by Espeon. Dylan has looked prime. Slash Can moving around. Eggnoob doesn't even want a piece of this action. We're under a minute, Spraggles, and now Talon has the lead, and they're putting all the pressure in the world on this team. Picked up, put down. OG wants more action. OG's buckled with because Lance is there. We're catching resets. RBX is coming back through because who gives a damn? Let's fight. Black hasn't even stepped up yet. We've got a Unite move on OG, but they're gone. We're trying to get this done, but G is nowhere in sight. The fight rages on, but it's all in the favor of Talon.
Talon with such a beautiful play right there. That Shadow Sneak catching Gardevoir, it's basically over over for the side of G. They don't even want to hit Rayquaza anymore if they can avoid it. They can run to score right now. Hoopa in this top path, possibly putting in 96. Looks like it might have been barely stopped there. No, it does go in. 326, 198. They need to run to try to score. Slash may have had the points, but Slash is gone. That is going to be it. Talon wins this game.
What a game that was. What a final fight that was. Credit to both of these teams. We were dealing with razor-thin margins in the end. Talon